How you guys doing today? This is Derek House with dhftns.com. Today we're going to make some protein cornbread. Now before we get to this recipe, I do want to tell you guys I completely redesigned dhftns.com to make it more user friendly. So if you guys could go ahead and give me some feedback on that, that would be great. Now I'm starving, let's get to this recipe. As much as I love protein, I also love saving time, so we're just going to use one bowl to make this and put our wet ingredients in first and then our dry ingredients on top of that. Our first ingredient we're going to add is 1/4 cup of fat-free milk, 1 large egg, around 1 tablespoon or 21 grams of pure honey, 1/4 cup or around 61 grams of unsweetened applesauce. Unsweetened applesauce is a great substitute for butter or oil in most recipes. 1 cup or around 8 ounces of plain fat-free Greek yogurt. It doesn't matter what brand you use. And for our last wet ingredient, 10 to 15 drops of liquid sweetener. You probably noticed that I add liquid sweetener to a lot of my recipes. I just find that it gives it a little bit more flavor. So now for our dry ingredients, we're going to need some oat flour. All you need is 20 grams or 1/4 cup of old-fashioned rolled oats. I like using the old-fashioned kind because they're less processed and I find they cook better. Now take out a blender or food processor and put your 20 grams or 1/4 cup of rolled oats into that. And just go ahead and blend or process them until they look like flour. And there is your oat flour. Take the 20 grams of oat flour you just made and put it into your ingredients, or mix I should say. 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 scoop or around 30 grams of natural or vanilla flavored protein powder. It doesn't matter whether you use casein, soy, egg, or whey protein like I'm using. And last but not least, 3/4 cup or 99 grams of cornmeal. It doesn't matter what brand cornmeal you use. Personally, I like anything by Bob's Red Mill. They make some great products. Now just go ahead and mix all of your ingredients together. And now take your baking dish. You're going to want to use a 9x7 or 8x8 and coat it with nonstick cooking spray. Go ahead and preheat your oven on 425. And now take your mix and just pour it into the baking dish. And now we're going to put it in the oven on 425 for around 15 to 20 minutes. Or until it looks like it's done. The food's cooking, so I'm going to give you guys another workout tip. Now this isn't necessarily a workout tip, it's more of a diet tip. I recommend that everybody has a digital scale for their kitchen. As you can see, I have 2. This one has lasted me for around 5 years now. I've washed it, I've dropped it, I've traveled with it, and it still has held up. And the good thing about it is it only cost me 25 bucks. So I'm gonna post a link to these scales down below. They come in a bunch of different colors. I highly recommend everyone buy one. Now the reason this is a workout tip is because whether you want to maintain your weight, lose weight, or gain weight, you need to know how many calories you're putting into your body. A lot of people don't realize how small or big a serving size actually is, so they end up overeating or undereating, and then they complain about not losing or gaining weight. Well, if you use a scale, you won't have that problem. You're not going to have to weigh your food forever either. You're going to eventually be able to eye it more accurately. The digital scale, in my opinion, is probably one of the top 3 most critical things that everybody should have. It's been around 18 minutes. It does look done, so we're just going to take it out and let it cool now. And there is your protein cornbread. As you guys can see, so now I'm just going to try it on camera. One good thing about this, as you can see, it doesn't fall apart and the serving size are pretty big. It's actually really dense too and filling. I don't exactly know how to describe cornbread, but this is some of the best cornbread I've ever ate. It's delicious, really full flavor, really tastes like cornbread, despite being extremely healthy for you. Awesome. The only tip I want to tell you guys for this recipe is if you use natural flavored protein powder, you might want to throw in a little bit of vanilla extract. I just want to thank you guys for watching. If you liked my video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. It motivates me to keep making these videos. If you aren't already subscribed, on the screen coming up, you can click right there to subscribe. By subscribing, you'll get an email every week telling you I uploaded a new video. Comments or suggestions go down below. I do try and respond to everybody. Alright guys, I gotta get back to eating. Stay healthy.